What's up, Raptor Nation, Raptor people, Raptor fans, and maybe even there's some Buck fans. Welcome, Buck fans. What's up? Bucks suck, but you guys know that. Not today, not today. It's a little bit of sour grapes, and I know that we, don't like the Bucks. The Bucks don't like us. We understand. We all remember our playoff encounters in the past. We all know that Giannis should be a Raptor. It'll probably happen next free agent go around because he still owes Masai for helping out his family. I guess maybe emigrating to Greece. But no Giannis, no Chris Middleton, and at the end, no Lopez, which we'll get into in a second. And the Raptors still cannot pull this out. And I believe, because that second quarter was sweet. We all know the second quarter was sweet. But I truly believe that the Raptors get messed up. This was our second game in a few weeks on U.S. television. It was on TNT, and that's what the Raptors did. They just blew up the victory. Right at the end there, what the heck are they doing? Okay, sure, Milwaukee had a decent stop there. They had a couple in a row, but we shouldn't have, we're fumfering around. What is Scotty Barnes doing, too, by the way? He dribbled. First, he stood there not knowing. He couldn't get the ball to Van Vliet. Then he's dribbling around and losing the control of it. Actually, Gary Trent Jr. even a couple plays later, or maybe it was the next play. I don't know, it was all a blur at the end there. I was just fantasizing that we were going to maybe stop them and Fred would hit another crazy three. But yeah, Gary Trent Jr. loses the ball. Kind of fumbles it around again. OG luckily gets it back to Gary. Gary can't pass it to Fred. He tries and it gets batted way up in the air. I don't know, man. I don't know. We are disorganized. We need a calm leader. Even Fred Van Vliet wasting his 39 points. But Freddie, the problem is you start to put it on your back. And then you get stuffed by Jrue Holiday. And that breaks our minds. That breaks the rest of the Raptors team minds. It breaks the crowds, the fans, our I don't know. I know they sometimes call it juju, but is that I hope that's not some sort of anti-Semitic thing. But the energy, the karma. There, that's better. It breaks the karma. Raptors. I think you need to hear it. Defense. We seem to have none. And Scotty Barnes has turned into Scotty Simmons. I was going to say Ben Barnes. Ben Barnes sounds cooler, but then I guess that would be if Ben Simmons started acting like Scotty Barnes. So yeah, you got to probably use the first name to merge it in with the last name of another player. So yeah, Scotty Simmons. Not looking to score, not looking to shoot. I had a couple of plays of the game that I was going to lay out. But again, I don't know. I feel like it's counterintuitive for me to do a Raptors plays of the game when we lose. But there was one early on. It was so great. But it started with them doing a sweet pass to Scotty Barnes. He was so open. I don't understand why he didn't try to take the three. Take a couple, Scotty. And I'll check in the box scores where he's at. This is just me going by memory. But then he dishes the ball into Pascal. No, sorry. He got it to Fred Van Vliet right away. That's what it was. Fred Van Vliet was on the far side, and Fred Van Vliet's just going crazy. He's trying to penetrate. He's dribbling. He's stopping his dribble. He's going crossover through his legs, back and forth, trying to do whatever. Then somehow he does manage to get himself around for a curl, but sort of under the basket. Dishes it to Pascal. Pascal hesitates just long enough, like every Raptor who is potentially able to hit a three. I don't know. It's like that's our move now. Hesitate because we can't shoot a three and then try to dribble in, but everybody knows that's what's coming. Anyway, Pascal does the same kind of hezzy, but then drops it to Van Vliet for a three, and that was a sweet play overall by Van Vliet because he had to work so crazy hard on the other side to, get around and get that in there. It was good. It was good. There were a couple of other, like, Scotty Barnes did a shake shimmy and finish. He was like, moving in. Then he just went up with the one hander, right in. It wasn't even a dunk. It was like he just went and like threw it. And it's funny when they do those ones where it's like coming at this kind of an angle and it just goes right into the hoop. It was sweet. But overall, obviously, the sad result. Did I even announce the final here? I mean, if you don't know, it was 130 to 122. It was sort of close at the end. But then those back-to-back stops where we flopped and messed it all up. I don't know. It was not cool, man. It was not cool. Okay, sorry. I'm going to just check my notes here quickly. I've been liking that I'm doing the videos without having to edit. Not that you care all the behind-the-scenes nonsense, but it makes it easier to do the upload. But yeah, anyway, mentioned that one, the Scotty Barnes play, the Fred Van Vliet crazy runaround that made it 74-67. That's not correct. That made it 66-58. I'm sorry. I have another note here. With 2 on the shot clock. No, yeah, that was it. Yeah, sorry. He hits 2 on the shot clock, and but yeah, 68-56. Oh, 74-67 was my score at the half. I apologize. But there was a disrespectful moment. What the heck? Jrue Holiday, there was a play where Fred was trying to keep, there were a couple disrespectful plays, so let's talk about both of them right now because there's the Brook Lopez situation afterwards. But Jrue Holiday, so Fred Van Vliet's over, he's got the ball, he kind of loses it, and it's going out of bounds. Jrue Holiday jumps in the air, grabs the ball, turns around, whips it off Fred Van Vliet's like private parts, and then it bounces out into a Milwaukee player who takes it up the court, and then they drain a three. Like, these are the moments that it's embarrassing to be a Raptor fan. And I'm sticking. I'm locked and loaded. What am I doing? I was born in the center of the universe, the Big Smoke, Toronto. I'm loyal to my Leafs, my Jays, my Raptors, Argos, Toronto Rock Lacrosse. I'm in. You know what I'm saying? Even though weirdly, I saw somewhere recently the Toronto Rock Lacrosse have moved their games to Hamilton. I don't know. That's confusing. But anyway, sorry. Back to the Raptors, and the most disrespectful moment of the night is Brook Lopez. I hate this guy anyway. Let me just triple check because I know there's another Lopez, and it would be really embarrassing if I keep. Yeah, of course it's Brook. Okay, the other Lopez used to be on the Bucks also, I think, but they abandoned him, or maybe he retired. I don't even know. Goofy bugger. I think the other one is the one that has the crazier, fluffier hair. It's all over the place, and I do want to comment on hairstyles. I'm going to try and get into it. I got to get organized. I want to do like some shoe commentary and some hair commentary. We might do that over on the Raptors in Black and White if I can ever get a hold of my co-host again to get back organized. I know, my fault. I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying that we need to pick a time. That's all. If you're watching, text me. But yeah, Brook Lopez. So there's a play. I don't even know. I think like Jrue Holiday might have had the ball dribbling in, but weirdly over to the, again, away from the camera, but when they went under the hoop, it was to the left looking out on the floor. Brook Lopez has his arms up through Gary Trent Jr.'s armpits, and he's like got him locked there. and he's backing up. I mean, Brook Lopez is a big dude and he's tall as well. So, like, Gary's tough, but man size, Brook Lopez is like, an extra .2 above as far as mass. I mean, there was a moment where he was talking to the refs, debating one of the calls earlier, and he was hunched over to get to the referee's level. And then when he stood up, the ref was like, below his nipple. It was hilarious how much taller Brook Lopez is. So anyway, he's got Gary Trent Jr., and he's like waddling him kind of backwards, and Gary Trent's kind of like, hey, trying to get the ref's attention, like, hello, what, this guy's practically kidnapping me here. What the hell's going on? Then he wrangles off Gary Trent's headband and whips it like towards center court. It was really odd. Obviously, they were saying something. You could see Gary, even as he was sort of getting walked back, he's saying something to Lopez, and that's just set off Lopez, man. He starts freaking out, going ballistic. OG has to get in and do like a little hissy, hey, bro, get out of here, get out of here. Which, is OG. Anyway, we'll talk. Someday we'll reveal the OG secret that at least I believe to be true, but I might have just revealed it there in my actions. But anyway, yeah, OG gets in and he starts defending Gary Trent Jr. And then Lopez goes bananas on him and kind of like pushes and shoves him to the point where Jamal McClure and I think Griffin, they said, AJ Griffin, from our bench had to come in to, help defend some Raptor guys. Pascal was even in there trying to push some people around. And then, who was their guy that came in? Oh, yeah, Portis, Bobby Portis. Bobby Portis. I hate that guy, too. Anyway, I hate, most players that have ever had effective games against the Raptors. I remember them all. I'm taking notes. If I see you guys on the street, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll at least maybe stomp on a ketchup packet on the ground to spray your back with ketchup when you're not looking. Like has happened in the past in my life, anyway. But yeah, it was crazy. So it ended up being he got double teched up. I think Portis should have probably got a technical, but the refs were probably like, this is so complicated, we'd rather just have 2 technical fouls offset. They're going to at least lose because they're going to lose a player. So Lopez was ejected from the game there, and I actually thought that was going to be the turning point. I thought, number one, the Raptors would rally and realize we're actually a team and it's us against the world, and let's unite and make this thing right. And I thought it would benefit us not having Mr. Lopez, 7-footer on the floor, which it did. Fred VanVleet was almost able to go crazy. He started going in and just picking whatever he wanted. He's spinning, putting English on the muffin, they said, which again, my wife commented that, are they talking about OG? Which they weren't. And then, yeah, a few plays like that. But then he gets stuffed, like I said earlier, by Jrue Holiday as he's trying to go in from behind. It was like he came and swatted it. Because Fred's so short, you got an extra, 3 feet before his shot can get to the rim and fall in. Oh, yeah. Anyway, that was just bad. It was just bad. We lost that quarter. We lost the match. We just had not a great game. The whole thing, and again, I hate to keep pointing out the threes because we actually had a decent 3-point game, 37.1, but we were only 45 from the floor overall, and we can't win like that. Milwaukee was 53.5% from the floor and 48.7 from 3. We were 45.5 and 37.1. So that's not stacking up. It's not stacking up. Then we got OG not OG oh my. OG was cold. He shot 15% from the floor. 2 of 13. What the hell is that? But he had a fight with his significant other, if you will. Okay, well, anyway, we're going down the path a little bit more than we have in the past here with OG. So, this is just my opinion, by the way. I'm not 100% sure, but, we can talk. Add a comment. Actually, add a like. Add a subscribe. Sorry. At the end of the video, the subscribe is there, I think, and the other videos over there. Okay, so yeah, OG, brutal. 0 of 4 from 3. Scotty Barnes 0 of 3 from 3. Only 40%, 6 of 15. He's not great with 14. Pascal's 23. Gary Trent Jr., not a bad game. And Fred VanVleet had a great game. Like, Fred VanVleet had a solid 9. What else can you expect from this guy? He has 7 assists, 9 rebounds, and 39 points. 4 fouls, 1 turnover. He's a minus 23. So therefore, I mean, you have to really have an explosive game to be getting a 10. But yeah, I'd say a solid 9. And Gary Trent Jr. looks like he had sort of a sweet, I don't know, 7.5. Not a lot of peripheral stats. And again, he's also a minus. But overall, most of our starters, 4 of the 5 were minus. Um, you know, we even had 11 off Precious. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to jump down to the bench, but I'm looking here at the box score. The rest of our players did not play. Like, oh my God, no Malachi, no Koloko, no Thad, no Kemp Birch, no Jeff Downton, nobody. Like, we went with a lineup of 5 plus 3 today. Boucher, Achua, and Hernan Gomez were the only people that saw any time off the bench. My man Boucher has a ton of zeros along his line, but anyway, I have ADD. I apologize. So let's get through. I think I'm giving Gary a 9. Or sorry, Fred a 9. Gary Trent's getting a solid 7.5. Let's give that a 7.5. Pascal, it's partly because what we've come to expect from you. You did get 9 rebounds, but yeah, 4 turnovers, not cool. 1 block, 1 foul, only 23 points, 3 assists. Pascal, man, I'm giving you a 6. Scotty Barnes is getting 5. His game was, I mean, actually, you know what? That shooting percentage, I guess 40 from the floor is not horrible, but 0 from 3. He did have 13 rebounds. Okay, yeah. So we'll give him a 5. He had 13 rebounds and 5 assists. But it seems like that's all he's doing. He's hanging back. He's not involved in the play, so it's easy for him to get rebounds, especially defensive ones. He's just standing around watching people go by him. And then, yeah, OG. Wow, man. OG. Oh, my. You're getting like a 2, I think. I don't even know if you should get a 2. You might get a 1. 5 points, 1 foul, 1 block, 2 assists, 3 rebounds. 50% from the floor, 0% from 3. Yeah. OG. Oh, my. I'll give you a 1.5. Okay, I didn't have any other 0.5s, I don't think, today, and so that's what you're ending up with. But yeah, after that, I gotta bail. Let's. Oh my gosh, am I gonna get it right? Check out Raptors. I gotta get a new video out there. I'm still on episode 3. I apologize, but if you haven't seen it yet, please check that out. Or maybe check out number 2 or number 1 there, but they're a little bit dated. And please subscribe. Mr. Beast for President. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe, please, because I need subscribers, man. My analytics are all looking sweet these days, but it's giving me some arrows down on my subscribers versus my previous 28 days subscribers. So come on, please do me a favor. Just tell a friend, say, this guy, it's interesting. You don't have to watch the whole thing. Just give me a subscribe and never come back again. Or, watch the beginning. If it seems interesting, then stick around until you get bored. That's cool with me. But anyways, thank you. You probably haven't even stuck around this long, so appreciate it, and we'll see you next game.